Hi guys, so our today topic is our exam is the best way to test the student knowledge. So as per my opinion, yeah, in some of point that is a good way. There is a one way, but it is not a best way to test the student knowledge. In some conditions there are when we have to see whether student knowledge is got increase or not, or whether they are performing under the time limit, or sometime the problem solving question like a exam mathematics. For those in that situation we can take a test. But in if you will talk about another scenario, so sometimes the student feel the anxiety, they get tense, and
Sometimes
sometimes they get so nervous and they are actually knowledgeable, they can perform well, but due to tension, anxiety and not focus, sometimes they did not focus, they didn't achieve the marks what they actually deserve. And also, if I will talk about Indian education, if you will see other than Indian, mostly in China, that China everyone know they are growing very well. Most
everyone knows.
everyone knows that China is growing very well. The main reason is in their education system is there is no exam, they do everything as a practical. For us also, if someone will teach us in a theory, we may not understand very clearly, but the same thing when we do in the practically, we understand more than theory. And also that is one of the reason of science. If you will see the science student more, most
Reasons.
reasons they do more practically than theory. So as per my opinion, in sometimes test are taking exam from the student is a good, but not all time. Indian education, they should give the practical, they should give more practical knowledge than theory knowledge,
Theoretical.
theoretical.
Exams are one of the best ways to test students knowledge. And we have to, along with we have to consider, she already told, practical and speech, presentations, assessment. Go through that, we can test the students skill and knowledge we can check. And when you do exams also, best best way, but and important way also. Wherever you take in, we have all exams. When you go to job, that time also they will conduct exams. When you go other college, when you join colleges, first conduct only exams, because of they have to check the student knowledge. Academic only, it's good, but in some other sports related, it's not much applicable. uh, but it's good way, one of the good ways according to me.
Uh, so today's discussion topic is examination is a best way to know a student's knowledge. So according to me, not it is not completely good source to know a student's knowledge, because every students have their own capacity, on energy and on memorizing power to learn anything. Some students know good, some students have good knowledge, but because of stress and fear, they do not do good performance in examination. So some students are good in speaking, some students are good in writing. So it is very difficult to uh, judge a student's knowledge through examination. So if we want to judge or know a student's knowledge, so we should take source practical things. So our participation, how students are doing activity, and how he is performing in class, because real knowledge can be judged only in classroom and by observation. When teacher observe students, how is performing, how is a performance in the classroom, how he learn new things, or how he react. So in this way, teachers can know the real growth, and he can also know through project and like explanation way. If a student explain any topic, so he can only explain by his knowledge, but in writing it is not possible. So um, to judge a student's knowledge, it should be overall, not only by examination. So that's all.
Yeah, hello everyone. In my opinion, yeah, exams are important, but it is not the only one to measure students' knowledge. Yeah, because maybe few students are good at practicals and few students are good at like study. Like maximum few students, like many students, like study hard, like day and night before exams, and they memorize things subjects, and they put it they write in the exam. So but after that later sometime they may forget they. So knowledge is not about like it is a knowledge is a one we can mm, uh, use it in our daily life. Like if you do practicals that we can remember like in our life it's a long period. Like even students, right? If few students maybe different students has different talents. We can't judge by only one exam. Like for example, maybe one person he is not good at marks, like he's low marks, but he is good at practical. Yeah, still they can succeed in future because he has good practical skills. So finally I believe that uh, yeah, we can uh, choose not only this exam, by combination of exam and practicals and activities to measure student knowledge. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so today examination is a major part of our system in country to describe that how the person is, how the intelligent the person is. This is a common measurement, you can say, test. So in every sector like government, private, school, college, even in interview they took examination, they took exam and describe the person intelligence. But it doesn't always tell the person is intelligent or not. Okay, so examination mainly reduce the stress of the school, college, or even government. So they can't observe all the students. Okay, so they take examination, but it is not always say that that person is intelligent or not. Even there are many stories where average student who got average marks get who they got successful in their life. Okay, so there should be many things in education system which can describe a person, like practical knowledge, overall their observation of a student, that how he is getting good marks, or he's doing well in class, or he's completing his assessment and all things. So only the examination is not a good things, because maybe during examination he got some incident, or he got stressed, or he didn't prepare well. So this can not describe that he is not intelligent if he didn't get good marks. So this not describe it. Okay, so examination is important, but it is not a only criteria to describe a person is intelligent. Thank you.
So well said, my dear fellow. Given the topic, are the exams the best way to test the student knowledge? In this regard, I would say I can't fully align with this statement, or I have mixed opinion in this. So, as far as my opinion is concerned, uh, there are pros and cons it is, I would say, exams are just a valuable tool that is not a best measure. So let me give some clarity on this. First, let's understand what the traditional exam and what is all about. See, the exams are just, factual, checking the factual knowledge and understanding. First, second, you know, uh, testing the student performance under a time pressure. Okay. Then third, I would say uh, comparing students under a standard format. Then the fourth, I would say it's assessing the student, large number of students performance efficiently by taking the exam. We can't take the individuals exam by one individuals. So it is a large number of people. If you want to evaluate our performance checking, then this is a way that we can. But there are a lot of limitations as well. The first, like these exams, they often regard or often reward to the memorization rather than your practical skill and understandings. Second, stress, anxiety, and the time pressure that can affect your performance unfairly, right? Then third, I would say your what is called the person who is good at theoretical knowledge or understanding is very clear, but still when it comes to practical knowledge or implementations, they are very poor and bad, right? And the last, I would say, the exams which cannot measure your creativity, your team building skills, your communications, your practical skills. So these are the lot of disadvantages also there. But there are fields like your medical, engineering, art, or software developments where the practical knowledge is as important as theoretical skills. So having said that, this is just a tools. We can't say it is the best measure. Okay. So in my opinion, this is the platform that we follow, but this is not the best measure. Yeah. Thank you.
So may I ask one question to Nilofer? What are the advantages of written exams?
Okay, so advantage of the written exam, we can focus on our grammatical mistake. For example, if we are taking any language ka exam in a written,
Apart from language,
apart
in the
from language,
schools, colleges, and all, when you speak about in terms of
yeah, taking written exam, it can describe how much you have a deep knowledge about that subject, about that code. So it is the advantage of taking the because if we will ask as a practically, we won't talk as a deeply because everyone does not have that much time. One person we can't expend 1 hour, but the same time in 1 hour we can make it the 10 student and they can write in 1 hour so many things. So we can get to know how much depth knowledge they have. So as a time management for getting to know how much subject knowledge the students have, that in that situation we should always take the written exam.
yeah. What are the disadvantages of exams?
Students get anxiety when students are compared to others. Some students have less memory. Some students have high memory. That time students are struggling, but memory loss. That time before previous day they struggle lot, but while exam writing, that time they forgot. That time is students get anxiety and some students get depression. That's disadvantages. And some students physically they are so good, mentally compared to other students weak. That time that students it's disadvantages. they perform well in sports and other physical activities. They maintain and physical any work. That time academic, some students academic only good, but practically they will not do anything at all. That time it's a effect to other students.
Do students learn for knowledge or only for marks?
No, sir.
Do students learn for knowledge or only for marks?
No, sir. It depends on a student. So how he learn, how
Yes.
he study.
Mm.
What uh,
Studies.
studies.
Mm.
So most of students study for learning, not for marks. But in academic, most students study for marks. And school also, nowadays school are only forcing for marks. So and they are advertising their schools also on the basis of marks. So in academic, they are focusing more on marks than learning. Learning is they are forcing, but they are giving more importance of marks, because on the basis of marks is schools standard are divided nowadays.
Are online exams effective?
Yes.
Why?
Yeah, maybe if you see sometimes, maybe during interviews, for if you apply an interview, maybe that company maybe not in our nearest, maybe that maybe in different place or different country. So that time it will be useful for online exams. And also not only that, even your competition exams, if you want to prepare, even we can get many pre-tests, like some sample tests available online. Yeah, that is very useful for students and also who are looking for the job. uh, yeah, it will be useful.
Should schools reduce the number of exams? What do you think?
In my opinion, yes. School should reduce the exam because it creates so much stress on students. Even one of my relative who stays in Australia, their child in their school, they have no examination in their school. So I think in Indian system the examination create more stress on students. They feel very competitive. Even parents are even very concerned about their marks and all. So if they reduce the examination, then I think the students will focus more on learning new things rather than getting good marks. So in my opinion, yes.
Should creativity be tested through exams?
As far as my opinion concerned, it is not right to say the creativity can be tested through exam, because the exam can be, it is just a theoretical exam or can be practical exam, but there are other way. The exams, when it comes to exam, that means you are doing the test for a particular area, but there are lot of other things the person who is passionate about to do something else. Then that case we can't think through the creativity of a person. This is how I believe, but it is not the exam that can evaluate the creativity of a person.
Thank you.